Today I'm talking ETV. I'm going to be drinking a mocha frappuccino that I made because I woke up this morning and I wanted one. So here you go. I've been developing this recipe for a little bit because I'm a coffee girl and I'm forced to make things myself because the way that I eat, I just literally can't go out and buy it. I have to make it myself, which is good because it forces me to always stay creative. But what makes this one special is it's refined, sugar free, non dairy, all organic ingredients, of course. It ain't going to tear my stomach up. It's hot outside. I'm in my drink bag, making my cold drinks and stuff like that. So this is just perfect. I really started my day off right with this one. And the tip, that you notice, I always put all of my dry ingredients at the bottom of the blender whenever I'm blending up anything. If I don't, and you put the powders at the top like most people do when they blend and stuff, as soon as you start up the blender and to get to going, the powders is just going to hit the top of the blender. And I hate that. Powders at the bottom, please, when you're using the blender. And y'all, this drink was so good. Look at that. Wait till y'all see this pour. It was so good. It was cold. It was good. It was sweet, just how I like it. Flavorful, not overly sweet. Got to get every last drop. You know I don't waste over here. And this is just a can of non-dairy whipped cream that I had in the refrigerator to use up. But in the next video, I'm going to show you how to make y'all own coconut whipped cream. It's so easy. Good morning. My name is Mashawn. Welcome to Talking ETV. Ooh, child, it's been a while. A lot has happened. That's all I got to say. A lot has happened. But most recently, y'all saw that I went to the Walking Dead camp. Now, first, let me get a sip of this drink. Mocha Frappuccino. Start my day off right today. Recipe is on talkingetv.com, of course. And it's the first day really back on the podcast. I just want to explain what camp is because that's one question that I got a lot from y'all. If you subscribe to my website, you automatically get the Discord, and we be in the Discord like we texting each other on the phone. So I'm always in the Discord. It don't be looking like I'm on the internet, but I be in the Discord. And I was talking about like camp, and then y'all was seeing the stuff that I was posting, and y'all was like, what is camp? Are you just like hanging out with the Walking Dead cast? And basically that's what it is. So this was my first year going, and I'm gonna just explain to y'all what camp is. And I got their website pulled up so I don't got it fucked up. So it says their website is thecampevents.com and their Instagram is thecampevents. About the camp, how we help. Welcome to the camp. We are a celebrity meet and greet charity beneficiary event held in Peachtree City, Georgia. Our event focuses on helping people and animals in need while giving our attendees an unforgettable weekend adventure. Between the 6 events we have hosted, we have been able to donate well over $30,000 to those in need. New in 2023, alongside many of our attendees and celebrity guests, we are starting a new initiative, Camp Cares. Camp Cares is a gathering with the purpose of assisting the helpless and disadvantaged. And so that's where the money go towards when you buy stuff. So I had been like kind of hearing about camp because obviously I'm in the Walking Dead community. I had been kind of sort of hearing about camp for years, and it'd just be like camp. Like I would just hear about it, but I never really thought nothing of it until this February 2023 when I went to the Atlanta Comic Con. Camp had a whole booth. And I was like, oh, camp. And then they was kind of explaining it a little bit. And I was like, all right. And then a lot of my mutuals that I met at Atlanta Comic Con, like Alex and Ty and a bunch of other people, they was like, oh, we going to camp. Fandom Hybrid. Shout out to them ladies. I met them at ATL Comic Con this year. And they was like, oh, yeah, we love camp and this and that. I was like, okay, so I'm going to camp. So when I tell y'all it is literally camp, it is literally camp. Imagine a Walking Dead family reunion. And every year different castmates come, whoever can make it depending on their schedules and stuff. But boy, did we have a time this year. This was the biggest one they had so far, and it was a good first time. Like you just had to be there, y'all. We had a time. And also, we all in the Walking Dead community, most of y'all that's listening to this. So y'all know that hotel that we've been hearing about for years, like the Walking Dead hotel, like where the castmates have stayed for extended periods of time when they filming the show and like stuff like that. That's this hotel. So literally, this was like, it's the Hilton in Peachtree City, but it's the Walking Dead hotel to me. But yeah, this is the one. The Hilton Hotel and Conference Center in Peachtree City, Georgia. They have it every year, Memorial Day weekend. And it was bussing. So the tickets, the way it work out is they got the inclusive VIP, which is a VIP ticket. So honestly, the way it happened this year, I don't know how it happened in previous years. You don't even need a VIP. You could just get a GA weekend ticket and then book your own room at the hotel, depending on how long you want to be down in Georgia. But I had got the inclusive VIP, and it was like $600. It's $599.99, but by the time they add tax and fees and stuff, it's a little bit over $600. It says included with the inclusive VIP, because it was just me, one person. That was what I got the inclusive VIP for. So that included a ticket to the convention the whole weekend and my room at the hotel. The events and everything is literally at the hotel, so you don't leave the hotel. It's so cool. The cast stay at the hotel. A lot of them. Some of them live down there, so they don't stay there, but a lot of them stay at the hotel. And it says the inclusive VIP includes entry into the camp 2023, dinner on Saturday, breakfast on Saturday and Sunday, which you do get the food vouchers, but y'all know it don't be shit for me to eat, so I didn't end up using those. 1 hour early entry on Saturday and Sunday, hotel on Friday and Saturday nights, which I think that what I'm going to do I don't think I know. This is what I'm going to do. I just came up with this like within the last couple of weeks. So for next year for camp, I'm going to camp every year. I'm going to get an inclusive VIP, and then as soon as I book it, I'm going to call the hotel and just add on some more days, because that was not enough time. I needed a little bit more time because I was so tired because I was having so much fun. I would literally be up in the morning and wouldn't be in the bed till maybe 10, 11 o'clock at night, and maybe later, depending on if I was going to sit at the bar and kiki with my friends or whatever, but I needed some more days. That wasn't enough time for me, so that's what I'm going to do next time. That's a tip. But if you want to stay there, I just say get the inclusive VIP. I mean, it just makes sense because you get in the room and you get in the tickets to the event. Free admission to camp's parties on Saturday and Sunday, which you do. The party that was on Saturday was the Woodstock, like 1969 party. When I tell y'all, folks was in there dressed for the occasion, understood the assignment. It was a lady in there looked like a woodland fairy, 1969. Like she had, like, it was a whole thing. And then the Glowy-okie was the glow in the dark karaoke party. When I tell you, we was in that bitch, like glow stick down. They had us in that glow stick down. It was so fun. I'm going to insert pictures. So if y'all are watching this on YouTube, y'all will see the pictures. I'm inserting pictures. Boy, we had a time. And then you get early access to pre-sales, like the different events that you could do with different castmates. I'm pretty sure what that's for, and it says, and so much more. And just go on their website, thecampevents.com. The general admission for the whole weekend looking like it's $59.99. And then admission for one day is just $39.99. Just go the whole weekend because different castmates go different days. All of them don't be there the whole weekend. And so, I'm looking at it on their website. Also, they do have payment plans for anybody that don't want to pay in full, but you got to catch those early because it's a certain amount of people that they let do payment plans. So if the payment plans are sold out, child, you either going to have to pay full price or you just ain't getting it. Okay, now, as far as all of the events that they had this year, it was crazy. So before I get into my experience and the time that we had, I want to tell y'all all of the guests that they had this year. First of all, they had Chandler motherfucking Riggs. You hear me? They had Carl Grimes himself. And y'all know I done met Chandler multiple times over the years, but it's just never not a good time seeing Chandler. And it was worth going to their karaoke party just to see them make Chandler get up on this stage and sing. When I tell y'all, I was in that bitch hollering. Boy, it was so funny. Love Chandler, obviously. Laurie Holden. Now, y'all know we love Love comic book Andrea. TV Andrea, which come to find out, Laurie Holden feels the same way. So that was something that I didn't know before. And Laurie Holden do not do a lot of Walking Dead events. So when they announced her for camp, I was like, Laurie coming outside? I was like, okay. Eleanor Matsura. Love Yumiko. Now, y'all, she's so fucking nice. I basically met everybody. It was so nice. Love Yumiko. Michael James Shaw, of course. Mercer. You know, he had to pop out. Always good vibes. Love that. I've literally met all of these people. I love that for me. Y'all, I just need Lenny James, Andrew Lincoln, and Danai Gurira. That's all I need in my whole Walking Dead life is straight. Cassidy McClincy. Y'all know we love Cassidy. She is so just not Lydia. It's crazy. Like, she be playing these deep, dark, depressing characters, and she is just so light, airy, and bubbly. When I tell y'all, that girl just be floating all over the place. Like, love her. The best vibes ever. She was great. Colby Menifee. Yes, Virginia did show up. Of course, Cooper Andrews, Mr. Jerry. Love Cooper. Love him. He was there. Laurie Holden. Laurie, Eleanor, Cassidy, and now Dan Fogler. These were all people I met for the first time. Was this time at camp. Now, I don't know what it is, but with celebrities in general, I will always hear stories of people and be like, they was mean to me. You know, they was kind of just, standoffish. Watch out when you go talk to them. They might not be nice to you. I've literally never had a bad experience with a celebrity. Ain't nobody ever disrespected me, ever been mean to me. I don't know if it's just my energy or just what it is, but Dan is great. So it was a couple of people that were saying how, like, they didn't really like the interactions that they had with Dan. Absolutely, positively cannot relate. Love Dan. Love Dan down. He was so fun. He actually did an event. It was $40. He did a live recording of his podcast. And it was so funny. He was giving away stuff. I literally got a few things. What's the only thing I got I got 4 4DX tickets that literally to go see a theater to like the Regal theaters to see. I got 4 tickets to see anything in 4DX until December. So when I tell y'all I'm finna use them, shout out to Dan, love him. He was great. I got like a free autograph of his thing. I did end up buying one of his comic books, which I will read because I had heard about that. But seeing them in person and then him explaining them to me, I'm like, let me support and get one of these. Madison Lynch. This was my first time meeting Madison Lynch. She was there. Oh, our beloved Sophia. We fucking love her. The Lynch family is very nice. I fuck with them. Mad Max and Madison. MMM. Now that I think about it, I fuck with all of them. And it was so funny, y'all. Now, Maxon, we all know he played Lil Henry. And Matt played older Henry. When I tell y'all, okay, so I know these people from Walking Dead. I did not know about them prior to Walking Dead, the Lynch kids. So, Little Henry Maxon, I've never seen him outside of playing Little Henry in Walking Dead. And it was so funny because I had drove my Tesla down there and I'm literally just sitting in my car in the parking lot. Oh, y'all, it was a whole thing. People was getting their rooms late. They were short staffed. It was a whole thing. But I'm just chilling. I'm in my car. And you know how you just see somebody like park next to you and you just looking and I'm just like, I know that boy from somewhere. Why do he look like Little Henry? But me never seeing him outside of playing Little Henry, I didn't even know what he looked like growing up. I'm like, I know him from somewhere. Park right next to me. And then later on I had found out that was him. I said, oh my God. Y'all, that boy is tall. Okay, it's crazy how people grow up. Even seeing Madison, I'm 27. I'm pretty sure she's 24. But me only ever really seeing her as Sophia in Walking Dead, and like I knew what she looked like, but I'm just like, she's an adult. You would think I'm like 60 years old. Like these people's close to me age. I think Maxon is like 17 and Matt is like 22, something like that. Now Emma Bell. This was my first time meeting her. Amy. Our first Walking Dead death we had to deal with. Y'all, Emma is so nice. I'm out there And she gonna introduce herself to me. She's like, hi, I'm Emma. I'm like, hey, girl, I know who you is. Like, she was so nice. Josh Hamilton, I had met him for the first time at Atlanta Comic Con in February. Great. Love Josh. Paola. It's Paola. Like, what else do I gotta say? She was fucking great. We love Paola. Teo. He is so, like, why is everybody so great? This was, like, I had kind of been around, like, him at events, but seeing him at camp, y'all, it was the time. He be cutting up. And all of my friends that, like, did events with him, they had so much fun with him. Teo was a good time. Now, Margot, let's get into Max, fake Stephanie. I love Margot. So I had never met Margot before, never even seen her in person. No, I ain't gonna tell on my friends. So anyway, I ended up at the cornhole with Margot and my friends, and it is so funny when because I was sitting there waiting on my room, and it was just a whole thing. I still had my damn pajamas on, y'all. Y'all know I love a pajama set. It was a whole thing. So I went to the cornhole. Well, when I tell you Margot and Cooper was not playing about that cornhole, y'all, it was so funny. Margot team was against Cooper team, and that cornhole was not a fucking game. Love Margot. So that was my first interaction with her. Love her. Matt Lentz, obviously, he was there. They did a panel. The Lentz kids did a panel together. That was cool. Mo Collins, she was there. Okea, love him. I had seen him at conventions before, but I had never interacted with him before. He real cool, real chill, real nice. Dorian Kingi. Now, this ain't Walking Dead, but he was a fucking Demogorgon on Stranger Things, and Cad Bane on Boba Fett. The damn blue thing with the eyes. I had walked past this table so many times. I just had to stop. I said, you was so good in the Boba Fett. And I just kept walking because I was on my way to go do something. And he is tall in person. Way taller in person. We had one hell of a lineup this year. Oh, we had two, I was finna say Whispers or Saviors. What the fuck was they called, y'all? Two Reapers. Ethan was Washington and Robert Hayes was Wells. We had two Reapers. They did a panel. They was cool. Lance Hirota was there. They say he was Wilson 2.0 on The Walking Dead. I saw him at the convention, but I don't know who was Wilson in Walking Dead. I don't know. But yeah, y'all, we had a fucking time. Camp was great. So the events that they had this year, let me go down to events because y'all had so many questions. So it's just like how you go to any of the conventions, but this is like Walking Dead specific. And they do have the same thing where they have the room where you could go to their table, pay for the autograph, pay for the selfie and stuff like that. They got a whole section of just that, like how when you see them at regular conventions and they have their tables and stuff. They do have that. And then they have where you can go get the real photo ops with groups, specific people. They have that too. But what makes camp different is the activities. Now, let me get into these activities all of the activities do not get announced at once, like Chandler stuff, because Chandler wasn't even announced until like close to the time of the event. So Lori Holden, I don't know if y'all like me and y'all know everybody by name, but for the people that don't know the castmates by name, I'm gonna just start calling them by their name in Walking Dead and not their real name, even though I know them. Okay, so I was finna call her Lori again. Andrea did a tour of Woodbury and a reception. That was one of her events. That was $150. That was nice. I didn't go to that. I'm gonna tell y'all the ones I went to, but let's say if she was your favorite character. I mean, how nice would it be to go with her and do a fucking tour of Woodbury and do a reception, and then she had a lunch that was $150. And this was all organized very well. Like, it was very smooth. It was very organized. I loved it. Now, Cooper, see, I'm still saying his real name. Jerry, he did a cobbler with Cooper. Of course, you know, Jerry and his cobbler. He did a Survive the Night. That's like an escape room type thing. And I know he got some kind of relationship with them people. And it makes me want to do the escape room thing with him. Because in Atlanta Comic Con, he had went and did the Survive the Night there, too. And he had a cornhole where you could have been on his team for cornhole, and you could have paid to do karaoke with him. The karaoke, let me tell y'all these prices. The karaoke with him was $125. The cornhole, it say was $100 to $125. And then the survive the night was, it say $50 to $85. The cobbler with Cooper, the shit, that was probably $150. You gotta pay for ingredients and stuff. We know groceries high as fuck. Yeah, the cobbler with Cooper was $150. Great. So with camp, you need to follow them on Instagram, and at the same time be on their website always looking at stuff, because new stuff is always going to come up. More people get announced, more people do events, photo ops, extra stuff. So always pay attention. Get on their email list, because as soon as the tickets going to sell for next year, I'm getting my inclusive VIP, and I'm calling the hotel to get some extra days on my room, because I was not there long enough. Now, Eleanor Matsura, Yumiko, she had a lunch for $150, and she also had to survive the night. It say between $50 to $85. Okay, now Mercer, he had a game night, which I wasn't a part of the game night, but it's real chill, it's real cool and real relaxed. If you wasn't a part of the game night, like the way it was, you literally could have sat basically in the audience and watched them do game night. It was so funny. So I watched them do game night. Game night with Michael and Paola was $150. He had to survive the night as well, between $50 and $85. Every survive the night, and it says action adventure laser tag. I don't know what it is, but I know it is an escape room. It's escape room and laser tag. Lydia, she did her survive the night. Elijah, he did a mask making, which I wish I would have did that. Did a whole thing where y'all make y'all own masks. Like, that was cute. And then Sebastian, he did a cornhole and a survive the night. Now, Paola, she did a whole little mixology thing. Y'all could have went and make drinks. To all y'all that drink, I know y'all would have loved that. She did a game night, and then she did a karaoke. Max, she did a karaoke and a cornhole. Mo Collins did a lunch with the Ladies of Fear. Her and, pretty sure it was Karen David. Yeah. Grace, they did a thing where you could pay to do lunch with both of them. And it say between $100 and $125. And then Mo Collins, she did a mimosas with Mo. Y'all know she love her little drink. That was $150. And then they did a thing where you could watch an episode of Fear with Mo and Grace. That was $150. I like them ladies, but y'all know I fucking hate Fear. And I'm not trying to do nothing with Fear if Lenny James ain't involved. And so Karen Davis, she did the lunch. She did karaoke, and then she did the watch episode of Fear. Now, these is all of the ones that they just got on their website right now, but them is not all the events that they had, because let me exit the mobile version. I should have pulled up my laptop. Let me see. Because that was not all the events that they had. With Chandler, they did a whole thing with Chandler where you could do your handprints with him, on the blank art canvas thing, and that was your thing with him. I should have did that. That was so nice. For all of the people that did the handprint thing with Chandler, y'all know how Carl and Judith did their handprints on the porch, and that was so fucking sweet. I just love that. That was like such a good Carl thing to have him do. So that was another thing. So he's not even on here on the if you just go to the regular website and look at special events. And I know everything is gone and sold out now, but yeah, so it was a whole thing, y'all. They had so many different things. So if you just wanted to do something like, let's say Carl is your favorite character, you literally could have watched his panel, because everybody did a panel, by the way. I can't remember all of the panels off the top of my head. Let me look at the schedule, and that'll remind me. View event schedule. The event schedule was great. The event schedule is what got me back. And that's how I literally went to every last panel and got up and asked a question or multiple questions at every last panel, except for the Ladies of Fear, because I fucking hate Fear, and it's not their fault. The show is just garbage. And There was one more I didn't go to, but I went to every Walking Dead panel. The panel schedule. Okay, so the Lynch family. That I'm trying not to say their real name. The Lynch family panel is Sophia, older Henry, and younger Henry. Them three. Their panel was great. You know, I had to get up and ask a question. Oh yeah, Jeremy Palco, met him again. Remember, he was one of the original Hilltop members, and he died. He is an artist too, by the way, and he had a panel. It was great. His panel was after the Lynch family panel, and his art is real cool, and he be selling his art and his stuff. He be having his own booth, and I found out about his art in Atlanta Comic Con this year, 2023, February, and then saw him again here at camp. His art is real nice. And Luke and Yumiko had a panel together. Their panel was great. Love that. I asked questions at every last panel, and we all had a moment with Luke and Yumiko talking about Luke's death scene. Y'all know how we feel about that scene. It was the snotting on his face, and it was nice to actually hear Dan's point of view. I know Camp, the photographer, just actually recently posted a lot of the pictures from Camp. I don't know if they post the videos, but I know they have all the panels recorded, and some of them were for like their certain host podcasts and stuff. So I don't know how that worked, but if y'all can find the videos of these panels, I encourage y'all to watch them. They were so good. That was my first time hearing Dan's point of view of Luke's death scene. He was just talking about it was just great getting to see all them ladies because they was acting their ass off. Elijah, he did a panel that was great. And this is all on Saturday, 11, 12, 1, 2. And then at 3 p.m., Lance Hirota and Dorian Kingi. That was that dude. And this was the other panel that I missed. I was running around doing pictures and everything, having a ball. Dorian Kingi was the dude. He was the blue thing on Boba Fett. So I wasn't really worried about that one. And then at 4 p.m., they had a season 1 panel. So Lori Holden, Andrea, Emma Bell, Amy, Chandler Riggs, Carl, Madison Lynch, Sophia. So she did 2 panels that day. And y'all know I did not miss that one. And I got up and asked a good question for that. I'm trying to see if I can remember the questions that I asked at these panels. They don't even be pre-planned. Because, like, one thing about me, I be trying to give people grace, but I'm an impatient person. And I be trying to, like, tell people, especially somebody like Chandler. He literally was on The Walking Dead when it first started. Like Chandler, Carl, the beginning, 2010. It's 2023. He a grown man now. Do you know how many questions he has been asked over the past 13 years? And I hate it when people get up at panels. I let little kids slide. Adults, no. Y'all be getting on my damn nerves. Little kids, yeah. Grown-ups, no. I swear to God, y'all, if I go to another Walking Dead panel and somebody asks if you didn't have your own weapon and you had to choose another weapon, like whose weapon would you choose? Or if you could be another character and not your own character, who'd you be? Like, the questions that people ask be blowing me. Like, can we get to the real shit? Like, and it was so funny. The host literally caught on instantly. It was like 3 different sets of moderators for the panels. And every time I put my hand up, after they talked, they was like, oh, she asked the best questions. Get her. Yes, because I do not be playing. So that was great. And then at 5 p.m., the Ladies of Fear, Colby Menifee and Mo Collins. So Virginia and, what's Mo's name? Sarah? Yeah, they had did a panel. I missed that one. So I missed the Fear panel and then the dude from Boba Fett panel. And also on Saturday, this happened. Look at this physical picture of me and Cooper. I've met Cooper before, but we never had a real picture. We look like best buds. Masha, and I'm looking forward to watching your show. I guess a cooking show. And Cooper is going to be on my show one day. We going to do it, y'all. Like, we love to eat. I'm going to cook for him. It's going to happen. Love Cooper. Come on. It's Cooper. Everybody loves Cooper. That happened on Saturday. And then I didn't end up getting him to sign it until the next day because I had missed him to sign it the same day. Y'all, it was so hot, but I was looking for good in my little dresses. I mean, and get it to the skin. Oh, we look so good. And of course, I just dropped it. Love that. I'm about to put this back in the plastic. I just took it out just to show y'all. And we about to get into Sunday. This happened Sunday. I met Michael before, but... And you know, I got so many of these Walking Dead actor photo ops, these 8x10s, and they almost all of them are in picture frames. I'm literally just gonna get a book, a photo album for 8x10 pictures and make me a fucking Walking Dead book. Because at this point, I can't keep doing all these picture frames. I met Michael before, but I figured it was time for a proper picture. We look so good. Such a good picture. We look so fucking good. And then also on Sunday, this happened. Okay, so when I say Alex, I'm trying to look at this picture backwards. This is Alex. This is my friend Alex. And then this is my friend Ty. And it's so funny. This is Ty's son with Margot. It was so funny. She just asked me. She was like, you want to be in our group picture? I said, girl, yeah, I'm going to get in the group picture. So obviously we got Michael James Shaw, Mercer himself. We got Josh Hamilton, Lance. And then we got Lori Holden, Andrea. We got Emma Bell, Amy. We got Cooper, Jerry. We got Dan, Luke. We got... Oh, yeah, and you see she dyed her hair, too. Eleanor Matsura. She looks so good with her new hair color. Yumiko. Okaya, of course. Elijah. We got Chandler, Riggs, Carl. And at the bottom, you see we got Teo, Sebastian, Matt Lentz, Henry, Margot, who is Max, Cassidy, who is Lydia, Paola, you know she gonna wear her princess jacket. And then you got Madison, who is Sophia, and Kaylin Nakin. Don't play with her, because you know she pulled up. Sure did. This is such a good picture. Like, look at me and Cooper. Such a good picture. I'm just gonna get me a book at this point to put on my Walking Dead pictures. So the panels that they had on Sunday was at 11 in the morning. They had, it was so nice, y'all, everything being at the hotel. You literally just get up and just come downstairs and go to the whole area where all the Walking Dead shit is at. But it's still it's a nice hotel too. They got a whole bar. They got a whole restaurant area. The man that was working at the bar had a fucking attitude. And I was so happy that I do not drink, because I could not imagine having a good time, kikiing, having my Walking Dead weekend, and I'm going to the bar to have a drink. I'm talking about he be slamming shit down. I said, oh, hell no. I don't know who he think he's slamming shit down with. I wasn't fucking with him. I wonder if he gonna be working there next year. Okay, so the Reaper panel was at 11. That was a good panel. Cooper and Cassidy, so Jerry and Lydia, they did a panel at noon. 1 p.m. was the Commonwealth panel. So Max, Sebastian, and Lance did their panel at 1 p.m. Caitlin Nakin did her own panel at 2. 3:30 p.m. Michael and Paola. And when I tell y'all, it be so funny, because I love going to Michael and Paola panels. I always go, because they be cutting up and the audience be cutting up. I be like, y'all is clowning. Like, if you've ever been to a Michael and Paola panel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They be cutting the fuck up. And if they not cutting up, the audience is cutting up. It'd be so funny. And at 4:15 p.m. they did a cosplay contest. I did miss the cosplay contest. So that was like the gist of basically everything that happened at camp. It was very, very nice. 10 out of 10. It was just great. Now with the photo ops, let me get into that real quick before I tell you my experience. And I will be inserting pictures and videos of the shit that I did. The photo ops is not popping up. That's because it's over. So, like, you could have got photo ops with literally everybody that I said was there. And then they had certain ones, like, where you could have did the whole cast. And then I know they had, like, a season 1 picture you could have had. And if you buy the group photo, you can have up to 4 people in there with you. So, you and all 4 of you, like, if you got friends, y'all could literally split it. If that's what y'all want to do. So, let me go to my camera roll and tell y'all about my experience at camp, because I had a fucking blast. So, y'all, I took my ass down to Georgia. I love going to Georgia. It's just something about it. I be wanting to move down there. And see, this is my problem. I don't be knowing where I want to live. I be like, okay, LA, Houston, Dallas area, out there in Georgia, but like near Sonoa and Peachtree City. When I went down to Sonoa in February, I did not want to come back home. So I be all over the place. I don't be knowing where I want to live. But I did not want to leave Georgia, y'all. So we got there. So my best friend, Shout out to Kristen. That's my old lady. If y'all ever hear me say my old lady, I'm talking about my best friend. She literally refuses to watch Walking Dead. But it's so funny because I just made her go with me anyway. I said, girl, you going with me. Come on. And she had a fucking ball. She had a ball. And it was so fun. So, and I want her to ride with me for the road trip. But we had a fucking ball. One thing about me and her, we don't need no help. We could just look at each other and laugh. These were the... I was finna show y'all the screen. I'm going to insert pictures. These are the GA wristbands. And I don't know if I got a picture of my... I don't know if I got a picture of my VIP wristband. I'm looking at a video I took of Margot and Cooper playing cornhole. I was in room 311. Not me taking a selfie with my room door. I was not playing. I was like, this is my first camp. I'm taking pictures. The hotel room was nice. I took a video of the hotel room when I first got in there. And it was so funny. When I first got there to the hotel, my room wasn't ready. And so I had went and sat in my car for a couple of hours just chilling. And then I came back and my room still wasn't ready. So I just waited in the lobby at that point. I saw Michael when I was down there. Madison was down there with her dog. Like Josh, like, oh, and don't get it fucked up. It be escorts strapped, gun on their hip. Don't try to Walking Dead actors, okay? But I feel like it's the perfect balance of them just being around the fans in general because we stand at the same hotel, but also don't get it fucked up. Like, it was people walking around strapped, guns on their hips, bulletproof vest, bitch. Think you gonna jump on one of these actors? No. So it ain't so relaxed to the point where it's dangerous for them, but I feel like it's the perfect balance. And you could talk to them, but, you know, always feel out the vibe. If you see somebody with their suitcase and they on their way to their room and they look like they just trying to lay down, don't be bothering people. But, like, if I saw somebody in passing, you know I was going to speak. Madison, Michael, I can't remember who else. People was just literally in and out when everybody was first coming in and checking in because a lot of them was just checking in. Like, Josh Hamilton, he was in the lobby waiting on his room. So, you know, if his room wasn't ready, my room for damn sure wasn't ready. So, like, stuff like that, it was real chill. Everybody was coming in. The vibes was good. That day on that Friday was cornhole. And that's why I was going to say that even though it wasn't like no panels and nothing like that, and most of the other events that was just Saturday and Sunday, Friday and Saturday, they still do stuff. Like, it's stuff Friday. There's events that Friday, Saturday, and that Sunday. So I would recommend getting there before Friday if you want to really maximize your time. Because me getting there on Friday and then my room not being ready, and they was just like, girl, come on, we going to cornhole. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just go to cornhole. That actually kept me busy until my room was ready, which was nice. And then that was the 1969 Woodstock party. And child, we had a time. You hear me? I'm inserting clips and videos. We had a time. So the first day I got there, my room wasn't ready. Mingling, talking to some of the castmates just in passing as I was seeing them because I don't like to bother people. And obviously talking to them at all the events and stuff. We had fun. Now, that 1969, that Woodstock party, I can't think of the man's name that's the DJ. That man that is the DJ is so fucking funny. I really like him. I do not know that man's name, but when I tell you he be there to have a good time, the first thing when we got to that party, I'm talking about, I had people in there dancing. When I tell you he literally jumped off the stage and started dancing with us, that's when I knew. I said, oh yeah. And he had like his suit and stuff on. He was really dressed like it was 1969. And when I saw him the next day in his regular clothes, he looked like a completely different person. It was so fun, y'all. It was so fun. I'm looking at these videos and pictures. We had so much fun. Michael and Paola came to the 1969 party. They had a little dance. You know they gonna do them a little dance. Also, there was this, I want to read it because I don't know how to describe it. So it's this dude. They had a thing. So they're called Kraken's Release, Shanty Polka Punk, Pirate Punk Rock, Celtic Folk Punk, Eastern European Polka, Slavic Music, Bluegrass, Southern Gothic, Folk Rock, Country Western, Romani Jazz, Irish, Scottish, everything. We're available any time of the year, not just St. Patrick's Day and Oktoberfest. Weddings, bachelorette parties, bar mitzvahs, funerals, private parties, corporate events, festivals, we do it all. Y'all, as if I was not having enough fun that whole Walking Dead day, that Friday. Why is my neighbor dog barking while I'm trying to record this? I fucking hate it here. Anyway, I digress. As if I was not having enough fun my whole Walking Dead weekend, that first day, I had a ball. And the icing on the cake was sitting in the lobby and watching this band perform. And this band, out of context, is fucking hilarious. Like, when I tell you, me and my friends sat in that lobby and laughed and kikied for hours watching this band perform in the lobby. And then it was so funny, the next day we was sitting at the bar and the lead singer of the band, I was like, you know the Spider-Man meme where you point at and he pointing back? We literally did that. I was like, so you work here? And he was like, yeah. I was like, so that's how you got your band to perform? Boy, it was so funny, y'all. Oh my goodness, it was so funny. And now I'm looking at pictures and stuff that I took during the panels. I looked the fuck good. And I just threw something on. Had my dresses on. I had so much fun at camp. It was so fun. Everybody was so nice. That was a really good Walking Dead weekend. So that was the first day, and the next day that was the karaoke. Let's get into the karaoke. I need to do it. We're gonna get into that because this was before. How could I forget? So, not the first day, but the 28th. I literally have a video. I'm gonna insert it. It's a 3-second clip. Tell me why, in the middle of Cassidy and Cooper's panel, the fucking smoke alarm go off, y'all. Apparently the some of the people that do cosplay, they fog machine was not like one that's water based. I think it's actual smoke. I don't know, but I just knew it was something where they stuff accidentally made the smoke alarm go off. And when I tell y'all, we was outside literally just kikiing like it was a barbecue. Get into this skin. Oh, girl, I thought you was my friend. Girl,
I'll be your friend. What's up?
No, I was like, get into this skin.
There's a fire.
Right?
What's happening?
Period.
You look cute.
Look at Cooper. It was so fun. Cooper had us out there doing the wave. Because, you know, you can't go back in until the fire department come and they have to cut the thing off. You know, y'all can't do it yourself. So, literally, the entire convention evacuated the hotel. We all outside the hotel. Cooper had us out there doing the wave. It was so funny. The DJ had brought out one of his speakers and microphones. He was playing the Cupid Shuffle. I'm in that bitch. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Like, it was just so fun. We had so much fun. Eric from Walking Dead, Aaron's man, he was there. And he was out there right with us. He was in the middle, right with me. We was doing the Cupid Shuffle. We had so much fun. He was there. But he was only there that one day. He wasn't there the whole weekend. He was there. But we was out there doing the wave, doing the Cupid Shuffle. The photographer got a lot of these pictures, too, up on the thing. And it was just a time. And then that night was the karaoke party. Now, let me tell y'all something about this karaoke party. Margot, do not be playing. Margot get up there and sing down. You hear me? She gonna give you some feeling. Cooper gonna get up there and give you his whole voice singing. He will lose his voice. You just had to be there. It was so funny. But some of my highlights of the... Okay, so... The way that it worked was, and I wanted to, but it was like, I didn't do it. But now that I've been to camp and I see how it go, I'm definitely going to pay for karaoke for people who I want to sing with. So the karaoke ended up starting literally an hour late because we had evacuated the building because of the fire alarm going off. So we lost a lot of time for the karaoke. So they had I don't know how it worked previously, but we went straight into all of the people who had songs with actors, like, and you wouldn't know when it's your turn. They would just call you up there. So if they'd call you up there and then call the actor up there, and they would already have your song queued up, and y'all would be up there singing. And it was so funny to watch. Cooper gave his whole voice. Every song, he was up there singing. Margot gave her whole voice. Michael got up there and was singing. Paola was up there having a good time. Cassidy was literally floating around the stage. Every time she got up there, she be having a ball. Chandler was my highlight, because y'all know that white man fist, they be doing that with the face, because like he really did not want to get up there and sing. When he got up there, he only got up there because he didn't have one where you could individually pay for a karaoke to sing with him. He got up there when the whole cast had got up there to sing a couple of songs together, and then he started getting into it. Oh boy, that shit was so funny. You just had to see it. Matt Lentz, he was cool at first. He was chilling, and then he really got into it. I think they were singing Bohemian Rhapsody or something as a cast, and then he got on the floor and was doing air guitar. He was having fun. Shit, everybody was having a ball. Like, it was so fun, that karaoke. It was very fun. I'm trying to think of what else happened. The weekend went by fast, but then it didn't at the same time. Like, I genuinely had a ball, and now it's my favorite convention I've ever been to. Because it's all Walking Dead, but it's real intimate, but it's safe, it's fun, it's organized, it's for charity. It's like, I mean, what more could you want out of a convention? So, y'all need to go to camp. Y'all need to quit sleeping on them. It ain't no telling who they gonna have come next year. It's a little piece of me. Y'all, and why a few days after I leave Georgia, why Andy and Denai was down there? I said, now, why y'all do me like that? I saw them pictures of Andy and Denai down there, and I'm just like, why do they do me like that? But it's a little piece of me that's hoping that, like, even if the Rick and Michonne show don't come out next year, to, like, Andy and I, like, pop up to camp. Like, can y'all please, like, please. We know Denai's an A-list celebrity, like, she's very much booked and busy, very much always working, giving back, doing something. But when I tell y'all I need to meet Denai, Andy, and Lenny. And Lenny do be doing conventions, but he's never, I don't think I've ever been to the same convention as him at the same time. I can't think. But that's I will never complain. I already don't complain, but like I even miss Scott Wilson. I will literally never complain when I meet Andy, Denai, and Lenny. Like, I need that. And I don't know if Norman has ever been to camp, but he wasn't there this year. Norman need to come to camp. That'd be so fun. I know all his shit would be sold out in literally 5 minutes. So now that I know what camp is, and now that I've been to camp, I am ready. And every single time some shit pop up that I want to do, pay for it. And I was happy too, because I got to go to all the events I wanted to go to, and I went to every last Walking Dead panel. But next year, I think I'm probably going to miss some panels, which is fine. I'm going to probably miss some panels because I'm finna be too busy at every event for every person that I want to do an event for. So, looking forward to that. No, I did not vlog, but I will post pictures and videos on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. But overall, 13 out of 10. Definitely recommend going to camp. And y'all just need to go to camp. So, it's good to be back. Talking ETV is not going anywhere. I have to remind y'all of this. I am a chef. I am not a tech whiz. I be fighting this technology so hard, but and it's so funny because every time I think I got it figured out, it shows me, girl, no, you do not got it figured out. So we just gonna keep posting. It's fine, Mashawn. Everything don't gotta be perfect, because that's another problem I got. I be wanting everything to be perfect because I see the vision of the show. And I've gone on trips, y'all. I done left the country for weeks. I'm always going on a trip, because one thing about me, I ain't got no kids, I ain't got no man, I ain't got no nothing. If I want to go on a trip, I just be up and gone. I just be going on a trip. So I'm back. We're going to stay consistent with the podcast. It ain't going nowhere. So this episode is the first episode back, and we're literally back to every week forever, because another thing I'm finna do is batch film the podcast. I ain't want to tell y'all that in Discord. I'm like, let me just post a podcast and tell them the way I'm supposed to do it. Don't tell people what you're going to do. Just do it. And so the next podcast after this will be for Walking Dead Dead City. Yes, These are going to be in real time. At some point, y'all are obviously going to get some that are pre-recorded that are not as time sensitive. But next week, Walking Dead, Dead City, Maggie, Negan, Lauren, Jeffrey. Boy, it's going to be something else. So head over to youtube.com/talkingeattv. If you're listening to this and you're not watching it on YouTube, go to talkingeattv.com for the full uncut reaction videos, for the recipes, for all of that other stuff. And yeah, I'm going to see y'all every week. So it feels so good to be back and just get our day started off right with our coffee. Oh, let me tell y'all about this coffee real quick, because I showed y'all how I made it, but I didn't talk about it. So I'm just getting my day started with this today, but every morning I drink 32 ounces of room temperature water with some lime squeezed in it, preferably key lime. And I get my digestive system going and all of that stuff. And I usually eat 30 minutes after that. But every now and then, you know, I be wanting a little something. And the way that I eat, there's not many places that I can go out to eat except LA. Very spoiled, I know. But I don't eat sugar, like white sugar. Like I've never really had a sweet tooth either. So I'm so happy that I've never had a sweet tooth. I'm a salt girl. I like salt. I don't eat sugar. I'm gluten free. And I'm vegan, but I will be eating eggs once I get my chickens in August. And then when they get like about 6 months or however old it is, and they start laying eggs, then those will be the only eggs that I eat. And technically I'm not vegan because I do eat honey, but it's kind of weird not eating honey. But I guess you could technically say I'm not vegan, but I don't really fucking care. So if you basically want to break it down, I'm vegan, but I eat honey. And then once my chickens start laying eggs, those will be the only eggs I eat. I won't eat eggs out. I'll only eat those eggs. And I've been gardening. The link to my gardening channel and TikTok will be below. Y'all, I really been in my bag. Like, my whole life, all I ever wanted to be was a chef. I ain't never wanted to be shit else. I ain't never wanted to do shit but cook, eat, grow food, travel. I've never wanted to do anything else. And now that I'm, like, finally gardening, and y'all have seen, like, little clips and stuff, but I got so much shit recorded, but it take time for stuff to grow. So if I'm going to show y'all stuff to fruition and how to do it, I have to wait until the stuff grow up. So if y'all been seeing little clips and little sneak peeks on Instagram and stuff, but I've been growing my food, my chickens. I'm getting chickens in August. I'm so fucking excited. Literally, I never even had intentions on eating the eggs. I just always wanted chickens, but I'm like, I like eggs, and I literally have not eaten eggs in the 8 years that I've been vegan. I literally have not had eggs, and I fucking love eggs. It's some people that don't like eggs, but I love eggs. I just can't get into what they be doing to chickens. I just can't support it. So I'm finna get my own chickens and be eating them eggs. And y'all know, as a chef, I mean, what can you not put eggs in? There's 3 million ways to use an egg. So y'all gonna be seeing that. So I'm gonna be to the point literally next year where an entire plate of food, I grew it. Right now, I'm already growing fruits, vegetables, mushrooms. Could y'all just imagine me making a hash? I got my breakfast potatoes with the potatoes I grew, onions I grew, garlic I grew, bell peppers that I grew, or even the different types of hot peppers that I grew, with a green vegetable that I grew, like maybe some Swiss chard. I got all my fresh herbs on. Ooh, I make a good hash and scramble some eggs. Another thing about me, I love eggs, but I haven't eaten an egg in 8 years, and I don't care what nobody say. I know it's not common among chefs. I hate runny egg yolks. They creep me out. They're fucking disgusting. Why is it so juicy? Like, I just can't. I don't like runny egg yolks. So scrambled, that's very much what it's given. Or like the whole egg whisked up, but like the steamed eggs. I'm gonna be doing all different kind of stuff. See, we didn't got off topic, but it is Talking to Your TV, right? So I done told y'all about camp, told y'all about stuff that I got coming up. So it's gonna be so nice when I just come on here and sit down with a whole plate of food that I grew. Childhood dreams coming true. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'm gonna figure out a new setup, because the way that this setup is right now, I really don't like it. I need some other stuff, but now that I've actually figured out how to make what I already have work, I'm gonna use it. But the podcast is gonna evolve real soon. I'm talking about I want a kitchen that look like a set, but not like a big luxury kitchen with the range, the big ass kitchen island, and I'm just sitting there. So all of that is to come soon. I'm gonna be having guests. I know y'all love my brother D. I'm gonna have to have Dee come out and be on the podcast because we gonna be fucking laughing for an hour. And I see one thing with me and Dee, we will go off on any tangent, which is fine, but I might have to make some bullet points. So yeah, it feels so good to be back. I thought about doing this as a live on YouTube, but I'm like, no, let me sit down, let me record the podcast about camp, keep it somewhat focused, and then premiere it live and just talk with y'all in the comments like I was doing with the podcast every week. So I'm gonna premiere these live every week, and I'm looking for the weekly uploads for the podcast to be Wednesdays, like Wednesday PM, like maybe, I know most of y'all are like on Central or Eastern time, so maybe like 6-7 p.m., something like that. So let me know what time is good for y'all, because I know y'all like to be in the chat and stuff. I'm gonna ask y'all on Discord too. So yeah, let me get off of here because I'm gonna find something else to talk about, but I'm not going nowhere, y'all. Look forward to the consistent content.